The death of dialysis patient Curtis Marius has prompted the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association to again appeal to the Alan Chastney administration.
We have to try and manage the risks involved in doing those things so we can now deliver to the public healthcare delivery that is safe and in an acceptable manner.
Other than the Lord, who is the most important, I want to thank Mary for the amazing job she's been doing as Minister of Health.
The January transfer of the dialysis unit from the Victoria Hospital to OKEU, however, continues to be under heavy scrutiny from the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association. Medical staff would still need to transfer dialysis patients at OKEU back to Victoria Hospital in the event of medical emergencies.
Eyewitness reports indicate that the patient became unresponsive during the dialysis procedure and that an ambulance was called to transport the patient to the Victoria Hospital Accident and Emergency Department. The patient has subsequently died.
I think that people have not died on dialysis previously.
On Friday into the weekend, several members of the Choice News team were made aware of reports of extensive queues at both clinic locations, the National Cultural Center and the Owen King EU Hospital. On Monday morning, I spoke with several people, none of whom wished to be identified, who described to me their experiences seeking medical care from the crew of the Comfort who were on shore. People began to congregate hours and hours ahead of the scheduled start time for the clinics. On Friday and Saturday at least, people began to arrive the previous evening, bracing for an all-night wait outside the gates. Several complaints were raised about the ticketing system. Because officials did not arrive until shortly before the day's business got underway, people who were aged, frail, pregnant, or otherwise vulnerable were often the least able to shoulder their way to the front of the line to receive a number.
People are coming there from 7 o'clock in the evening, as early as 7 o'clock, right? Say, for example, there was a couple that they told me they were there from 7 o'clock Friday night, right? When I got there 1 o'clock in the morning, those people were there, right? And you're telling me gates are still closed, people are there waiting, and no numbers are not given to people, right? And some people, they come in about, like for me, I came in about 1 o'clock. So those people who were there from 7 o'clock, I find should have been given priority. They should have been given numbers because they were there. Now, when you open the gates, right, at 4 o'clock in the morning, and at that point in time, they have about 200 people on the outside. Those people who were there from 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock the Friday, right, those people do not have a chance, especially if they're elderly people, to even be seated in the first row, because people are rushing and people, mothers screaming, "You're squeezing my child, you're crushing my child."
We are in the process of commissioning the Owen King European Hospital, as well as a brand new St. Jude's Hospital. But I want to remind everyone that these are buildings. And we saw over the last couple of days the impact of, I would say, approximately 55,000 people in this country who cannot afford health care. And it's a fact that has haunted many of the government in trying to solve.
And so what I've been holding out for is that we have a proper organization structure and that people are interviewed and that we allow them now to go into OKEU.
La strike a fait, j'en simplifie à souffler.
Dans les gens, chasse-le! Dans les fouilles de population, le sous-marine, la vie.
The government responded to Victoria Fall before. Sadly, that's not the first time. That doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. The government that responded to Victoria Fall before. Sadly, that's not